Hey guys, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection. I'm your host Mike. Today we are going to look at some westerns. I know, right? Westerns. I love them. You should love them. So watch this episode because we're going to talk about some westerns. These are some ones that I've watched here recently. A couple of them are new. As always, I try to mix the new with old and try to put together a big sandwich, a very delicious sandwich of movies that is very tasty. And today, I'm going to show some really cool stuff like this. This is from the Kino Classics line of Blu-rays. I mean, they knock it out of the park every game, every month. They knock it out of the park. They got so many good movies that they're re-releasing on video. I mean, on Blu-ray. I mean, there's some really good stuff. And this is a great movie. I may have shown this before on my channel. I think the last time I showed it, I had the DVD version. Well, I've upgraded. This is a great movie starring Clint Walker. It came out in 1969, and it's also got the great Vincent Price and Anne Francis in it. The movie I'm talking about is More Dead Than Alive. It's a really good movie, actually. I was really impressed. I've watched it a few times, and Clint Walker is really good in it. Vincent Price is really good. Obviously, it takes place back in the 1880s, 1890s. Clint Walker is this notorious gunfighter, outlaw. It shows him getting out of prison, and he's redeemed his life. He's trying to start over. He had the nickname Killer Kane that followed him all through his outlaw career, through prison, and now it's going to still follow him after getting out. So he comes back to a town. He's out of prison. He's trying to get a job. He runs into Vincent Price, who runs kind of like a traveling carnival, who's got like a kind of like a little shootout thing that he does, in front of people. They do like a outlaw, and he does all this trick shooting and does all this stuff. And he's this really little snotty punk kid who thinks of himself as a gunfighter, and he's fast on the draw and all that stuff. But really all he is all mouth. He's all talk. And Vincent Price really wants him in this show so he can market, Killer Kane, the outlaw. Come see him, everyone, and everything. And Clint Walker's like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I know I would get money and everything. It'd be easy for me to do this job. But he's really trying to live down his past. And it's a really good movie. He meets Anne Francis. Anne Francis is someone who is one of the first real people that really, truly is trying to help him and trying to let him live and be someone. She wasn't really, worried about his past and stuff. So it was really, she had a really good friend. Vincent Price is, he's more bad than good. He's basically just keeping him in that world that he doesn't want to be in and stuff. So it's a really good movie. It's got a lot of nice decoration, set design. Everything looks really cool. But yeah, it's a really good later Western from Hollywood in the later years and stuff. So it's really good. It's got some good performances. The kid that's the punk kid who's just horrible. I'm trying to think, is it Paul Hampton or Mike Henry? I think it's. Let me see. Let's say right here. Don't even say. I think that's who it is. I can't recognize him from anything else. Next up, this is a DVD. This is a limited edition collection from MGM. These came out in the mid-2000s. These were basically the first made-on-demand DVDs that Warner Archive would later, do, but these were the pre-Warner Archive made-on-demand ones by MGM, who, you know, Warner Archive bought out, or yada yada yada. But anyways, this is a great Western. It's got Sterling Hayden. Sterling Hayden, I mean, he did so much stuff in the 50s. He was working like a madman. He was on fire. 1950, did the Asphalt Jungle. After that, he was just working. He did all kinds of genres, different roles. Some good, some bad. Some, you know, he's just doing it to get a paycheck, which are some horrible movies he's made. But he's made a lot of really good ones. And this is a really good kind of not so known, kind of an underrated movie. It's a movie called The Iron Sheriff from 1957. It's a really good. It's short and sweet. It co-stars Constance Ford, John Dinner. This guy, he's been in like so many westerns and stuff. He's been in so many different westerns. He's so well known. Daryl Hickman, Walter Sand, Frank Ferguson, directed by Sidney Sokol. So it's basically Sterling Hayden plays a sheriff faced with continuing moral dilemmas. Should he relate to a deathbed confession which falsely implicates his son? Or should he carry out his threat to cold-bloodedly kill the real murderer or bring him to justice? So basically it comes down to his son is implicated in this murder. He's the sheriff of the town. So, you know, he has to arrest his own son. And there's a murder mystery. And it's really cool. It's using clues, and they're doing this investigation. Somebody comes from out of town to help with this. It's really good, actually. It's very good. It's very short and sweet. I mean, this is a 73-minute movie. But really good. And it's like, actually, I didn't really know who did it. That's how good it was. I mean, you know, you would think, oh man, everything points to his son. His son is guilty. Or is he? So it was really good. I thought it was really good. So I think that's only available on that DVD, as far as I know. So you have to track that down. And I know some of those limited edition ones are... They tend to be high priced for some reason, because they're really, a lot of them are movies that they haven't come out on Blu-ray or anything. And this one, next up, another one by Sterling Hayden back in the good old 1950s. This one, 1953. Another short and sweet 72-minute movie. This is called Kansas Pacific. It's really pretty good. You know, it was all right. The print wasn't as great as it could be. This is released through some American Pop Classics, which came out in 2014. But basically, it's an older color print. It kind of uses that color that Republic Pictures used, and I think it's called True Color. So it's kind of a washed out Technicolor. So when you get a bad print, an old print that's not been restored, and then you show that, it really does look kind of ugly in places. But pretty decent story. Basically, he's fighting people that's trying to stop the railroad. It's kind of similar to the Randolph Scott movie. The one with Randolph Scott and... Gabby Hayes. Not Gabby Hayes short guys. Gabby Hayes. Let's see, what is it? Oh, Canadian Pacific. Yeah, so this is the Kansas Pacific, Canadian Pacific. So it's both movies are about people trying to stop the railroad coming into the towns and stuff. So it's really interesting. So yeah, file that under that movie. It's like railroad movies and stuff. So it's pretty cool, actually. Plus, I didn't pay a lot for it, so which makes it a lot better. Now, next up, this is probably the best one I'm going to recommend out of all these. This was a big surprise to me. I had bought this because of the director, and it sat for a while, and I kind of forgot about it, that I had it, and I hadn't watched it yet, and I put it on, and it was really good. And it's a movie I have never seen on TV or anything. It never really knew about it, except for the fact that Nicholas Ray directed it. It's a movie called Run for Cover. It's a really good Western. It's got James Cagney in it, which he's really good in it. You know, he was one of those people that, did he look okay in a cowboy hat? Could he wear it? It's like something, I read a good article about actors being a cowboy persona. It's like, and it said, can they wear the hat? You know, it's like Randolph Scott can wear the hat. John Wayne can wear the hat. Fred McMurray, and James Cagney, but he's pretty good in this. He's convincing, and he's acceptable, and it's a good story. Like I said, it's directed by Nicholas Ray. This is an Olive Films DVD release. So basically, James Cagney is an ex-convict who he basically in the beginning survives a lynch mob who mistakes him for somebody trying to rob a train. He survives that. He meets this young kid, and basically he gets shot during that whole skirmish with these people, and the bank. It's like the train's getting robbed. They happen to be moseying along on their horses, and all this is going on. And these people are chasing. You know, they're like, oh, what that? You know, the lynch mob is coming. So it's got all this stuff that's intersecting. And of course, James Cagney's the one that gets caught, you know, and the young guy, which I think is John Derrick, gets wounded, and he basically nurses him back to health. Falls in love with this Swedish woman who's played by Vivica Lindfors. Sorry, but anyways, don't take my crappy storytelling skills, you know, don't let my describing this deter you guys. It's really good. Check it out. Do some research. Run for Cover. It's really good. Came out in 1955, which was a good year for movies, for westerns, and Nicholas Ray had a really good year in 1955. He would make Rebel Without a Cause and this, so he was doing really good for himself that year. So Run for Cover. And finally, guys, this is a DVD release from the Warner Archive Collection. This is a movie with Antonio Sabata, if I can get that out, and John Ireland. The movie is called Hate for Hate. And it's a spaghetti westerns of sort, you know. It's got Fernando Sancho in it, and it's directed by Domenico Padilla, which is a really good movie. It's basically kind of a revenge tale. These two guys come together. John Ireland's wife and kids are kidnapped, and I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to give it all away. It was actually surprisingly good. I thought this might be an average spaghetti western when I got it, and it was actually really good. John Ireland was really good, and I think he wore the hat well. And of course, Antonio Sabato's really good. He's been in a lot of spaghetti westerns, and of course, the legendary Fernando Sancho has been in so many good movies. So there you go, Hate for Hate. This is a really easy to get on Amazon. It wasn't much. I think it was like $8. So yeah, Hate for Hate, really good stuff there, guys. But yeah, I really recommend Run for Cover. I think that was a real surprise for me. But all of those are really good. Even like the Iron Sheriff and More Dead Than Alive, really good movies. So yeah, check those out, guys. I really do. You know, if you're wanting a good western, something you haven't seen, if you want something a little different, something a little off the trail over here, not completely different, not way out or anything weird. It's just a lesser known western that's really good, and I recommend those. So guys, I want to show my shirt again. I just got this shirt. I'm kind of proud of it. Gabby Hayes, who co-starred with Randolph Scott, John Wayne, I think, was it Roy Rogers, or not Roy Rogers, some younger, some older cowboy people. But yeah, he was in a bunch of movies. He's really, really cool. But there you go, guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified when I release new episodes. And comment, let me know what you think about some of these. Also, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this episode. Would really appreciate it. And again, guys, it's nearing the holidays. Everyone be safe out there. Have a happy one. Whatever you celebrate, have a good one. Watch good movies, and I will see you guys later.